everyone, it's Tara Love, and welcome to the very first episode of my new show, Too Transparent, Too Transformative. I am your host. It's only right that we kick this special day off with my best friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sis.
I'm Daria. Nice to meet y'all.
Yes. So this show is all about open conversation, real life experiences, and celebrating the lessons that shape us. And I'm trying to make this way more interactive than my previous podcast, as some of you may know, too much to handle. So make sure to go ahead and like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank y'all. Now, before we get into the segments, I got some announcements to make. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, one of them, involves you, which is our nonprofit is planned to be in formation August 2025.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and let them know what that's going to be called. Go ahead.
Foundation for Educational Understanding.
Yes, so we have a lot of initiatives we plan to start. And y'all watch out for us because we want to connect with so many different communities, because that's the goal, to empower and to develop communities. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So just in case y'all, want to be like, what's the difference between a podcast and a show? Because this is now a show, not a podcast. Is that I'm going to be way more interactive, having different live segments in the future. And in summary, a show is a broader term that can include TV shows, radio shows, live performances, as I just mentioned, often with a set schedule. So the set schedule for this show is every third Thursday and every fourth Thursday of the month. So y'all make sure to tune in on those days, okay?
Sounds great.
Yeah, so it's 4 segments. We finna start off with the first segment, which is the first game. Are you ready?
Yes, I love games.
Yes. So the first game is called Unfiltered and Unfinished. But since the first game is specialized to each guest, the subcategory is called Bonds and Business.
Okay.
You like
Yeah,
that?
I like that. Bonds.
Okay.
Partners.
Yeah, so in this game we'll basically paint our own ideas while answering a mix of questions of, our friendships and future business partnership. Yes, bonds. What's an unspoken rule in friendship you wish more people followed?
I would say just being fully open, and talking healthy to each other, because I don't see myself ever bashing Tara or doing whatever. If she ever did something, I'll just be like, hey Tara,
talk personal.
Yeah, this is just this kind of didn't sit right with me, and then that opens a gate for us to just tell our feelings. Hey, this is what my perspective, this is our perspective. So I feel like just being so open regardless of what it is.
Right. Me, I think that I would say an unspoken rule I wish is knowing how to be private when it's necessary, because a lot of people can't hold water, as they say. So it's I don't like that people are like that in essence, because I want to be able to confide in someone and not have to worry about the aftermath.
For sure.
Okay, the next question, a part of the bonds category. If your life had a theme song for 2025 so far, what would it be and why?
Okay. So skipping all the crazy songs I've been listening to.
Right.
There's a song that's called Everything. I do not know the artist. Maybe I can show you and you put it Okay, so
in the future.
it was just one of those songs where I let Spotify do a play, and that's how I found the song. But it's called Everything, and it's you can have everything, and it's just regardless of what you're going through, just know you can have whatever you want. So I do like to listen to that, especially in the morning times. I'm just okay, this is a great start to do whatever. And why? Because it's motivational. Of course I know I can have everything. That's always been my mindset. Yeah, it's good to just really speak it, sing it, and be confirming.
That's great. Yeah, and before I get into my answer to that question, I just want to say Evian didn't sponsor us. So, hey, reach out, let's connect. But
we be thirsty.
We're also firm believers in only drinking natural spring water. So thank you, Evian, for having a natural spring water option. Now, the answer to the question, the theme song for me right now, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. This really don't even have nothing to do with me per se in my life. I just really like this song. And that's Passenger Princess by Mona Leo. Like, I just get hype off of that. And I already got a high energy. So it just helped me to be able to like kickstart my day. Cause I'm not a morning person, but right now, you know, I'm interning with Georgia Tech. Okay, yes. So it's like I'm having to like retrain myself to being a morning person. So that just kick off my day, give me that energy. Yeah. Even though I still don't have none in the morning time. But yes. So Mona Leo, girl, that's my song. All right, now let's go into the business category.
Okay.
What's one thing we need to avoid in our business partnership?
One thing we need to avoid is not, well, it's crazy because I feel like we do well on this. I would just say just being upfront about what we truly want out of like the business, you know? And of course, like, yes, we have a mission statement and a plan, and we're executing that now. You know, in 5 years, we may want to change the perspective. So I feel like just being open to adapting to each other's different wants, you know, because we both have different careers that we are going down. So I guess just how to incorporate all that and still like get what we need to get done.
Yeah, I mean, I agree we should have a balance as far as work life, because this is just, don't get it twisted, it's people who own multiple businesses. So it's like, it does require flexibility in some aspects simply because, hey, you might have this going on, but you also need to handle this. So yes, we need to be able to be effective with time management. But I also say one thing that we need to basically avoid is just being inconsistent. Like, I don't want to, you know, say for instance, have an event or have an initiative January, but then boom, it's not until December that we thinking about doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I would say. Now the next question. What's your go-to advice for maintaining a healthy work-life balance as friends and business partners?
I would say a good balance is knowing when to do business and be serious and just get it done, and then play. What to say, business before play. Me particularly, I would like to get our business done first. You know, get our business done first. If it's need be, you know, sometimes we'll meet up without it being business. But if it's like a business meeting, business first, and then let's go do what we want to do, like have fun, and just make sure that we do have that balance. It does. We don't. I don't need to be hitting up Tara only just because of business. Like continue to have that friendship of, oh, how are you? You doing good and all that.
Yes, I feel like my advice would be, because I agree with what you said, but my advice would be to stay organized, like write stuff down so it will be like, I don't feel like I'm repeating or you feel like you're reiterating. So it's just like write stuff down or get, you know, put in your notes on your phone, whatever you got to do to like keep business organized from your personal life as well. Yes. Okay, that's great. That was the first game. Let's do a hand clap.
I like that game. That was new.
And as y'all know, we already mentioned, but I mean, these questions are pertaining to our upcoming business, our nonprofit organization, the Foundation for Educational Understanding. So now I'm finna get into segment 2, y'all. And that is rapid reflections, aka 2-minute rants. Now, if you ever watched my previous podcast, and I know I keep referencing, but it's like I took some of the things, like I brought new things, but I couldn't let this go because I have to rant about so much because we live in the USA, honey. You never know what to expect here. So this 2-minute rant, I'm thinking about the topic saying no to rugged individualism and saying yes to unification of individuality. And basically 2-minute rants for you know, my newcomers is a segment where I get 2 minutes to vent about any topic, followed by an after talk discussion with the guest, which is the lovely Daria today. Okay, so let me get my timer started and we're gonna get ready. And I am starting the timer now. So, what do I mean about rugged individualism versus the unification of individuality? I support individuality to the highest extent, but it's coming so like niche and nitpicky wise that people think only they can represent something themselves. Like, we can all have our own individual paths and still have similarities in addition. Like, say for instance, I'm a singer, but if Daria was also a singer, that doesn't mean I have to be hating on her or, you know, anything like that. I can let her have her own sonic dynamic, and then I can keep doing what I do. But it's getting to a point, like I said, people are becoming competitive against each other, and it's to a high extent where now everyone feel like hating is acceptable. It's not acceptable, but it's also, like I said, that's rugged individualism, where you feel like you can't still be whole and like complete within yourself without feeling, you know, better than someone. Because confidence is not when you know, think someone is beneath you, but confidence is just knowing your gifts, your talents. And if you don't have like true confidence, that's when the arrogant and the conceited individuals, you know, come out the woodworks. Because now, like I said, they just want to feel in competition with somebody. So we should be avoiding competition. And of course, I have to focus on, especially in the Black community. And some would say that there is no Black community. It's just Black individuals living in the United States. Because where are the communities, you guys? It used to be we and not I. There's the timer, you guys. Let me put it in the mic so you can hear it. Crazy. I'm through.
I like that.
How do you feel about that?
I agree 100%, and I feel like it is prominent in our Black communities. You know, you do hear the right individuals be like, oh, you know, I know Sally here, get into this, down the third. It's just, I just wish like I saw that a lot more in the Black community, you know. In my career, it's predominantly white, and just doing some observation and just observing just the field, I noticed that it is a lot of white people. And I am kind of like thankful, because I have a personality to where I'm that, like, you know, I get along with a lot of people tend to attract to me. So even like with them, they're putting me onto things, putting me on things, and I just like think about my life, and I didn't really have that as like a Black woman do that for me, you know. So I'm like, okay, I wish there was more of that.
Because like I said, since rugged individualism is becoming the overwhelming majority, it's like I'm realizing the lack of connection is there. Like, people, you know, used to want to have hospitality amongst each other, but now it's just like, I'm doing me. When it should be like that. Like, we should be uplifting each other. We should be empowering each other. And I also want to say, y'all need to focus on Black people first as a Black individual, because y'all trying to invite Sally to the cookout, but you won't even invite your brother Jamal. Like, it's not making no sense. But I will say, you know, being in higher education and knowing that sometimes you are the only Black individual or the small percentage of Black individuals, it's like, that's why we need to be a representation, so we can keep inspiring people to be a part of this, these fields, these industries, whatever it is. And then that's what also the connection can also build and develop as well, where we have people who are willing to pour into someone else and not just think of themselves first. That's why I said a unification of individuality, because I'm a boss, I'm a queen, I'm all of that, but that doesn't mean I should be the only one. Like, I'm teaching people, hey, if you want to know the knowledge, I'm willing to redistribute the knowledge, and I always want to live like that. Okay, well, that was, you know, 2-minute rants, aka rapid reflections, the vent / the after talk. Okay. Now we get into segment 3.
Okay.
This is a new segment, but still very much so similar because it's still an interview questionnaire, but now it has a title which is called Crystal Clear.
Okay.
So segment 3 is Crystal Clear, which is a focused interview segment with no fluff, just honest, insightful questions that reveal who you are beneath the surface.
Okay, I like that.
And this episode is Dynamic Bonds, episode 1, Dynamic Bonds. So we stay in the like friendship bond categories. So this subcategory is forever friendships.
Okay.
So what's one thing only you can say to me that no one else could get away with?
You know, it's so small, but I feel like, what are you doing? I feel like I could, if I say that, you would probably just answer anyone else say, you'd be like, what you mean? What you mean what I'm doing? You know, like, why do you care?
It's also like, y'all be overusing that, especially men. No offense to my men out here, but especially to the men, y'all really love to say what you doing, and I'll be like, y'all don't even type it out. Y'all just put WYD, and I can't. But you got a point. It's just like I just be tired of hearing that. But then again, it's also like I know if you ask me this, probably because you're trying to plan something out or something along those lines.
For sure.
Okay, next question is. Wait, I didn't answer for you. I didn't answer for you.
Okay.
Before we get into that next question, I would say that I feel like I can say anything. Like all together. Yeah. Because if y'all know me, I don't have no filter. So it's like, in addition to Daria, I would do this around anybody. And that's why a lot of men, back to the men, just because I'm letting y'all know, they say I'm, I got a smart mouth or whatever. But I'm like, but I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I have a master. So
and you said smart.
I'm a master you. I'm just playing. Just jokes, y'all. So second question is, what do you hope never changes between us, even as life evolves?
Everything. To be specific, I would say us meeting up when we're in different places. I moved from Atlanta to Orlando for school, and me and Tara have been seeing each other like we live with each other, so I really love that. And every time we connect with each other, it's like I literally just saw you yesterday, even though it's been like 3 months, so that immediate bond that we always feel when we see each other, like that I know we'll never lose. And yeah, that's my answer.
So just to repeat, I asked, what do you hope never changes between us, even as life evolves? Me personally, I would say just keeping a high energy, a positive energy as well, because it's like we love to have fun, we love to laugh, joke around, and that's great, but we also know how to be serious when needed, but never be too serious, y'all. Life is like, we all literally not trying to Debbie down, but we all gotta die, so come on, y'all. Some of y'all are doing a little too much, whatever. But it's just like, yeah, that's what I hope to maintain. Because I never want to be like boring in my life. Like to the point, like some people will literally be like, I always wanted to go to here, but I'm 60 now. Like, just do what you want to do.
Be 60 and go.
Like, stop. Like, I don't never want to have limitations and restrictions in our lives. That's what I would say.
No. Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into the real talk, honey. And that's about our spiritual journeys. Okay. Because, this category, subcategory is forever friendships. But I think it is important that, the friends you're connecting with, you have these talks so people can understand your ideologies, your philosophies, etc. So, do you agree with this? 2 different statements. Religion is a social construct created to divide people of God, and religion attempts to substitute itself for the kingdom of God. Do you agree? Or if you do not agree, explain either way.
I do agree. Mm-hmm. I agree that that statement is true, because like I've always thought religion is just like a continuous cycle to get you outside of yourself. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I always believe that something like I can't do this without this, or I need this without this. So yes, I agree.
Yes, I want to say I agree too. And please understand, you know, whatever your affiliation is, whatever religious beliefs you have, I respect your right to believe that.
Of course.
But I mean, I do not respect any atheists. Let's repeat this. I do not respect any atheists. I do not want to be associated with you. But I will say that the main reason I believe that it's a social construct to divide people is because some of y'all literally only feel like your religion is important. Like, oh, you're this? Oh, that's crazy. Like, you need to come back to this and do this. It's like, we have to be more respectful in our mannerisms when it comes to that. And then also, I feel like it attempts to substitute itself because, let me just give an example, and this is not to be disrespectful, but it's just, like I said, have evidentiary support in this statement. Christians, y'all literally only think about Jesus Christ for the most part. Like, it's getting more rare for y'all to mention God. Y'all say Jesus. Like, in the name of Jesus when you pray. Thank you, Jesus, when you happy that, you know, a blessing has came. So it's just like y'all have to believe in the Trinity, which, you know, is God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost, versus like God is the creator of all. So it's like, that's what I love about spirituality, is that it's like I make my decisions for how I choose to practice my faith, versus y'all have to, you know, believe in the 10 Commandments, believe in the Holy Trinity, all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So another question, how do you feel about the idea that spirituality encourages a sense of oneness with God?
So I agree with this statement because I feel like once I took off the hold of the religious hold that was on me, I started to really just like know myself in a sense, you know, like I was able to do things that made me happy. It wasn't because religion told me, hey, you need to do this because this is what you believe in, without any answer, without any whatever. And so I started just to find myself a lot more. And I feel like I'm way more connected with God now that I'm spiritual, because I'm praying and I'm speaking and I'm seeking off of what I want to do, you know, instead of off of because my parents told me or because of whatever.
Right.
So.
I agree, and I want to say that the reason I truly feel like spirituality does encourage oneness with God is because you have a individualistic path when it comes to spirituality. Like, as spiritual beings, we believe in God, but we practice our faith in our own ways, and I love that. And I want to also say that respectfully, because as I haven't mentioned but should mention, we were both raised Christian. I mean, we're both from the South, but respectfully, the Holy Bible is very male dominated. Like, it literally teaches the woman to be submissive. It teaches you not to vocalize your perspective as a woman. I'll say it like that.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's like, and if you want the stone cold hard facts, do you know that most churches, the head pastor is a man? So just for that to sit in with you on the proof. Now, the next question is, how has your personal journey in spirituality differed from the religious upbringing we had?
Okay. I would say I just feel lighter, you know, like I feel lighter. I think when I was like in a religion, I felt like I was obligated to do this, like obligated. If I didn't do this, I felt wrong. If I didn't do this, I may not be as truthful to like my parents or something, you know. So doing that switch over is like knowing that everything is okay. It's not that I'm leading down a bad path or because I don't follow religion, I not thinking the right way, whatever. No, I feel like I'm thinking in the way that I need to think of because of the individuality that spirituality does give me.
Yes.
You know?
Me, I would say that I'm just thankful that I still know that God is the director of my purpose. So it's like I'm still living a life with integrity as a spiritual being.
Yes.
But it's also like I don't have the limitations and restrictions that religion entails. Even though, let's be respectful. Let's be respectful about this whole topic and concept, but let's be truthful. Y'all not living within those restrictions and limitations either, because fornicating is a sin. So just wanted to reiterate that, and that's why I am thankful for my spirituality and individuality within it, because it's like I don't have to feel like I'm sinning.
Yeah.
I'm going to HELL, you know. So because that's how most of, you know, Christians, but it's other religions that believe in heaven and hell as well, but that's how they look at it. It's like, you know, if you don't live on this type of moral compass, you know, that's where you're going. Versus like me, I'm just living day by day living day by day with integrity as a spiritual person.
Yes. Agreed.
Well, that was the end of that segment. That was good.
I like that. I really enjoyed that.
See, and that's why I called it that, because like I said, I want us to be honest and insightful, and we got to reveal who we are beneath the surface, because a lot of people are becoming one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Like, let's be more open, but let's be more truthful, and it's a way to be respectful through all of that.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm hoping everyone is enjoying the episode so far. How are you feeling?
I love it. I feel like it's so different. It gives a different vibe than your podcast, so I'm really loving it.
That's great. So we're in the final segment, which is segment 4, and it's called Rate Review, aka 0 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. And usually this game, obviously it's a reoccurring game for each episode, but I have 2 categories with 3 topics within the category, but this time is a special edition for this first episode, and it's just a birthday edition where we get to rate 0 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. No in-betweens, of course. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So, number 1, surprise parties. What we giving that?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Honestly,
10.
when y'all gonna plan one for me?
Hurry up.
Because honestly, I haven't had like a surprise party since like a kid or
I was
something.
about to say, it's been, actually, I don't think I've ever had a surprise.
Crazy. But I still would rate it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I would love that experience. Some people like, I hate surprises.
No.
But it's like, it's just surprise for a party.
Like, I may cry.
Right.
Do it, please do it.
Yes. Okay, number 2, people who forget your birthday. 0 out of 10.
0, -0, -80.
That ass. You are in the negative number, sir.
You are in the not top 2 number.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind a happy belated. At least do a happy belated if you can't do it on the day of.
I'm gonna still do this.
I might get a little twitch, but at least you said something.
For sure.
Number 3, birthday freebies. 10 out of 10. Honestly, restaurants, you know, retail, whatever. Give me free stuff. I want it. I want it. Okay, number 4, posting a birthday countdown on social media. I'm gonna be honest, I'm giving it a 0 out of 10 because I don't do it. But to each his own.
Okay, I don't do it either. Yeah, I don't see nothing like wrong with it. So I'm gonna say a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 5. Look at my face, y'all. Working on your birthday. 0 out of 10. Like, no.
I did that once.
Honestly, I feel like the companies shouldn't even allow that. Like, really? Are you really gonna disgrace me by putting me on the schedule? Like, what? Okay, number 6. Birthday photo shoot. 10 out of 10. Clock that T,
yes.
Clock that T. Yes. Okay, y'all, that was the last one, but what do y'all think? Let me find out. Some of y'all actually want to post that countdown. All right, you guys. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to this first episode of Too Transparent and Too Transformative, my new show with all the bang and gloss that it already gives, because you have me, Tara Love, as your host. And thank you, Daria, for being here as my guest.
Of course.
I'm just letting y'all know, episode 2, Daria will be co-hosted and returning as another, guest. So y'all make sure to watch out for that.
Tune in.
Yes, tune in. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Whatever you do will make my day. And thank y'all. See y'all next time.